You for that. Well, an estimated 800,000 federal workers are not getting those paychecks right now, and that does include 3,500 Nevadans.
At the same time, Vice President Mike Pence, senior White House aides, and cabinet members, they're all expecting pay raises. When asked whether he would turn down a $10,000 raise for now, the VP nodded his head. President Trump says he might consider asking his entire administration not to accept those raises during the shutdown. Back here at home, News 3's Steve Wolford is looking at another impact of the shutdown that you may really notice. We're talking about your tax returns.
That's right. This is the 110-page IRS playbook for the government shutdown. It's a great read. Basically, the bottom line from it is if the shutdown continues to drag on, it might delay your tax refund. It's only a matter of a few weeks now before most of us will need to start wading through federal tax forms and all of the documentation to back up your write-offs. Complicating it this year, new tax laws, and only 12% of the IRS staff is working through the government shutdown. That means it'll be next to impossible to call the IRS to ask tax questions.
This was already going to be a year that we saw a lot of tax changes because of tax reform. So people still have as many questions today as they did before the government shutdown.
Or process your tax return, which means your refund might be delayed. But guess what? Just because your refund might not suit your timing, you still need to hit the April 15th deadline. Tax prep services like H&R Block say regardless of how long the shutdown lasts, it's still a good idea to file ASAP.
At this point, we do not know what the timing will be, but we are advising file as you normally would. As soon as you have all your documentation, go ahead and file your tax return because the IRS is going to put those in a queue and process them in the order that they came in.
But the idea of a government shutdown delayed refund still depends on what's on the bottom line of your tax forms. Delaying your refund, possibly. How do you feel about that?
I don't like that. Tax refund is part of the whole picture. You can't just have one part of a picture. It's the whole thing that you got to look at.
I've not gotten one in, I don't know, 5-6 years. So I don't think this year is going to be any different.
Well, the general consensus from what I've been able to gather today is if the shutdown goes another couple of weeks, probably not going to have any significant impact on refunds. But if it drags out, we could have some problems. Back to you guys.
And that is the big what if. Steve, thank you.